What's up guys, I'm Darkjack. In this video I'm going to give you my tips and tricks for beating Halo 4 on Legendary difficulty. Right now I'm playing through the game on Legendary. I've beaten it on Normal and I've beaten all the Spartan Ops missions on Legendary, some of them solo. So first off, I'm going to give you guys a link to an excellent article I read. I'm going to put a link to it in the description from Xbox360achievements.org, and they have an article on how to beat the game Legendary solo. And I agree with all of their tips, and I'm going to give you some of my own. Now when it comes to beating Halo 4 on Legendary, people will tell you that it's more difficult than previous Halo games. Actually it's not. The difficulty is the same. About the same as Reach, more specifically. And there are not any Jackal snipers that are a one-shot kill, like in Halo 2 and Halo 3. But the binary rifle is still a one-shot kill, and some Promethean Knights wield it. And so because this game is like previous Halo games, all of the previous tips for beating past Halo games apply here as well. And so basically on Legendary difficulty, what you want to remember is that you have very little health. So the difference between each of the four difficulties is that Legendary gives you the least wiggle room. And so in Legendary, your most feared enemy is going to be the Promethean Knight with the binary rifle or the incineration cannon, because those are each a one-shot kill. So avoid those at all cost. And my most important tip for you is to play slowly and to play carefully. Never rush into any situation unprepared. So what you want to do is play through the campaign first on hardened or normal difficulty, or heroic. Call of Duty is hardened. So that way you know what to expect. You want to use Promethean vision to be able to see behind walls, to see exactly where your enemies are, and then plan your attack accordingly. So rather than rushing out into the open, you want to be careful and stay behind cover. Use Promethean vision to see where the enemies are, and then take out the weaker enemies first so you can then deal with the bigger ones one-on-one. The auto sentry is also an excellent tool. The sentry will distract enemies, and that will allow you to kill them while they're shooting at it instead of you. And when you fight the Prometheans, what you want to do is take out the Watchers first. The Watchers are the flying enemies that can resurrect fallen Promethean Knights. They can shield enemies and they throw back your grenades, so take out them first. Then take out the Crawlers, and then the Knights last. So for the Watchers you want to use a long-range weapon, like the light rifle, the DMR, or the BR. With the Crawlers you can kill them with a single shot to the head. And with the Knights you want to use the noob combo to kill them. You want to use an overcharged EMP from a plasma pistol, and then shoot them in the head with a ranged weapon. So beating this game of Legendary is like the previous Halo games. You want to use the noob combo, and you want to use a long-range weapon. So the light rifle is your best friend. The light rifle is the best gun for Legendary because it does more damage scoped in than the DMR or the BR. In terms of weapon damage, I know that the DMR and the BR are a 5-shot kill in multiplayer. The pistol is a 6-shot, and the Covenant Carbine is an 8-shot. But the light rifle is a 4-shot kill scoped in, and a 6-shot kill if you're not scoped in. So the light rifle does the most damage scoped in. So you want to use that over the BR or the DMR. So the noob combo works well on elites as well as the Promethean Knights. Charge up the plasma pistol and then shoot them in the head with the BR, DMR, or light rifle. And you always want to stay near cover and be prepared to retreat once you get shot at. You never want to run out in the open. You always want to be behind cover or moving to cover. That way if you take damage you can quickly retreat and then wait for your shields to recharge, then pop back out. And sometimes you have to do that over and over again in order to beat a situation. So always be prepared to retreat and never run out in the open. And always scavenge for ammo. If you run out of ammo, then you can run back and you can find ammo at a previous spot that you skipped over. Because Legendary has enough ammo to beat it. You just have to look harder, because 343 will hide ammo in the weirdest spots, and you have to go and look for it. And always use your guns wisely. Do not waste power weapon ammo on weaker enemies. Save the best weapons for the more powerful enemies, and your weaker guns for the weaker enemies. And you always want to have a long-range weapon with you, because you want to keep all of your engagements at long range rather than at close range. Because you're much more likely to die in close range situations than you are at longer range ones. Because the weapons in the game do more damage, it seems, at close range than long range. And if you just want to beat the game on Legendary, play with lots of other people. Don't just play it by yourself, even though there's an achievement for beating the game solo on Legendary. The more people that are playing it, the easier it is. Because the difficulty on Legendary does not scale with how many people are playing it. So the more the better. And always be patient and never rush. So you want to take your time, you want to go slow, you want to use Promethean Vision to see where the enemies are first, and then take it one step at a time. Never run out into the open, and never lose your patience, because then you'll just die and you'll have to do it all over again. And never give up. But that's the key to beating any game. Don't give up and memorize what's going to happen before it takes place. That's how I beat Dark Souls, and that's how I beat Dead Space 2 on hardcore, by memorizing the entire game. So memorize what's going to happen first before you get into any gun battle or situation on a lower difficulty. And if you're stuck at a particular part of the game, watch a video of someone else playing it on Legendary and then follow what they do. Because I know in the coming weeks there are going to be lots of videos on YouTube showing people playing the game on Legendary. And I'm going to record myself playing the game on Legendary and uploading each level, even though that's going to take a long time, and I'm probably going to die a lot because I have not yet beaten all the levels on Legendary. So it takes trial and error. You can't just come into a game and expect to beat it on Legendary quickly without any deaths. You have to take your time and take it slow and be methodical. Don't rush, because rushing will get you killed, just like in the multiplayer. In the multiplayer you want to play carefully, and in the single player it's just as true. So I'll see you guys later. I'm going to have lots of Halo 4 videos in the future, and I'll put a link to that article in the description. And I'll see you guys later.